Citizens, what if I told you that the Empire of Gaming no longer requires a king's ransom, nor a titan's strength to carry? Behold, we have entered a golden era where the mini-tablet rises like a new Rome, possessing the power of a centurion, yet priced for the common peasants. Citizens, you are weary, not from battle, but from the commute. I see you on the buses and trains, scrolling at your small screen phones with your sweaty fingers because you cannot lug your 10-inch tablet into a crowded cabin.
Even a Viking knows you can't raid a village if you're tethered to a wall by a cord. You, modern warriors, have a lunch break, a mere 30 minutes of peace. You want to be in the lands of legend, but you only have 30 minutes before the boss starts barking again.
Precisely. One does not simply build Rome in a day. Not everyone sit in a darkened room for 6 hours straight. You have duties, households to manage, floors to sweep, and spirits to rest. When I am home, I wish to be a husband and a father, not a hermit glued to a glowing box in the corner.
You, a productive house dweller? I've seen your to-do list. It's mostly just ordering grapes. But you're right. Our time is gold. If I can't slay a dragon while waiting for my sandwich to be served, what is the point of living in the future?
Tell us, citizens, what is your most frequent stolen moment for gaming? Is it the bus ride, or the sanctuary of the office restroom? Type your answer in the comments. We need power that moves. But you know something is wrong with you, using those tiny communication bricks everyone carries.
Because my thumbs are the size of sausages, Caesar. Playing on a phone is like trying to read a scroll through a keyhole. But a massive slab is too heavy. We need the middle way.
You mean a mini tablet? Large enough to see the glint of an enemy's blade, yet small enough that my wrists do not tire before the battle is won.
If only mini tablets still existed, it's a heaven sent. Not only you can play Android games, but the old sagas through emulators.
Listen closely, Ragnar, and try to keep up. What if I told you that the era of mini tablets is rising from the ashes once more? You could finally conquer your digital battles with those charming sausage fingers of yours. It's crafted in Archipelago Nation in Indonesia, somewhere in the southeast. An 8-inch masterpiece that hits the absolute sweet spot of mid-range, perfect in size, perfect in price, and frankly, far more sophisticated than anything you've managed to find lately.
Enough riddles. The people want to know how to do this without spending a chest of stolen silver. Most of these peasants don't play games for a living, Caesar. They have bills.
True. Even a king appreciates a bargain. Behold, it's the Advantab V8. It has 8-inch screen with adequate power.
From Indonesia? Perfect size. I could fit this in my tunic. Does it have the spirit of a warrior?
Unlike your pillaging trips, it can actually be productive. I can balance the Empire's spreadsheets and edit my portraits in Adobe Photoshop. It carries the Helio G99 chip and 8 GB of RAM. It is pretty swift, Ragnar. Fast enough to outrun your slow northern wit.
Watch your tongue. I don't usually take advice from a man who's afraid of pants, but I see it has a gyroscope. I can tilt the device to aim my bow. That's more responsive than your entire cavalry.
It even has 4G LTE. You can call your mother or download a new map in the middle of a forest.
And stereo speakers to hear the scream of my enemies in immersive audio? All this for the price of a lot of salted fish?
And if the 128 gigabytes of storage isn't enough for your poetry, you can expand it with a micro SD card. It is the most affordable gateway to glory on the planet. It is the V8, a chariot in the palm of your hand.
It's small enough for the train, powerful enough for the gods, and cheap enough for a farmer. I'll take 2. One for gaming, and one to throw at you when you start reciting Latin. You mentioned productive house stuff earlier, Caesar. Don't tell me the great emperor of Rome is now the great emperor of the mop and bucket.
Do not mock the sanctity of a clean villa, barbarian. But look at the reality of these modern subjects. When they finally cross their thresholds after a long day of labor, the last thing they want is to disappear from their families for 5 hours.
Aye. If I spend my whole evening staring at a wall in a different room, my wife will ensure I meet Odin much sooner than planned.
Exactly! Our free time at home is a precious resource. You got family to interact with, and, most importantly, optimal rest to be achieved.
Optimal rest. Sounds like a fancy Roman way of saying napping with a gadget on your chest.
If a man is tethered to a desk or a heavy console, he is still at work in a sense. He is stuck in one chair.
True. And since we've established we can't be tied down to one spot, shall we tell them why this specific mini shape is better than those giant tablets that look like serving trays? One slab to rule them all?
Precisely. You play for 20 minutes on the sofa while the bread bakes. Then you put it down and attend to your duties. It's about integration, Ragnar. The portable nature allows us to be present in our homes. We can play a quick round, then immediately return to being productive, or simply sleeping. It is about efficiency. But let us discuss the sheer versatility of this Indonesian tablet. I've noticed these modern citizens are divided. Some play mobile games, some worship old boxes, and some stream from the stars. This V8 makes them all one.
Explain yourself, Roman. I thought Android was just for tossing birds at pigs or demolishing candies. And what about the old ways? The sagas of the past? Ha! I could replay the raids of my youth on a screen that doesn't weigh as much as a shield.
Far from it. It is a gateway to every theatre of war. First, you have the native Android games, your Mobile Legends, your PUBG. Then you have the cloud gaming services. You can stream games from powerful machines far away, playing titles that would usually require a fortress-sized computer. That is the best part. Emulators. This device can resurrect the ghosts of old consoles. PS1, GBA, DS, even the PSP. You can carry the entire history of gaming in a pocket. It is like having the Great Library of Alexandria, but instead of scrolls, it's Tekken and Final Fantasy.
But what if I am forced to do, work?
Do not fear. While it is a beast for play, it is a tool for the Senate. You can manage documents, organize your war councils on spreadsheets, and even use Adobe Photoshop, which is now available on Android, Ragnar. You can edit the blood out of your selfies before you post them to the gram.
Very funny. I keep the blood, Caesar. It builds character. But you mentioned something about Photoshop. Or I could use it to erase ridiculous leaf crown on your head.
It is the ultimate hybrid. But tell me, as a man who appreciates a good grip on an axe, what do you think of the size of this thing? Is it not the perfect form?
It's a tool for the thrifty warrior. I can plan a voyage in the morning and execute a digital ambush in the afternoon, all on the same glass.
Indeed, my bearded friend. This is where the Advan V8 proves it is more than a mere toy. Imagine, you are on the train, having just finished a quest in an emulator. With a simple swipe, you are no longer a Viking, you are an administrator.
Aye, if I wanted to carry a shield all day, I'd be on a battlefield. Those giant tablets are for people who sit at desks.
And for those who find touchscreens beneath their dignity, it is perfectly compatible with those add-on controllers that wrap around the sides. It transforms!
You mean the controllers that turn phones into a proper handheld axe? I've seen them. You could slide the mini tablet in, and suddenly it feels like a dedicated gaming machine. And it's not just for holding horizontally like a steering wheel, is it? I noticed something about the way it sits when you turn it upright.
On a 10-inch tablet, the controller makes it feel like you're holding a window frame. But on a mini tablet, it is divine. It balances perfectly in the hands. No wrist fatigue, no strain, just pure portable conquest.
I've seen it. When you turn it tall, the screen splits perfectly for those DS and 3DS sagas. You have the map or the inventory on the bottom, and the field of glory on the top. On a phone, it's too cramped. On a giant tablet, it's like looking at two windows on opposite sides of a long haul. It's comfortable too. My grip is firm, my eyes don't have to wander, and it feels natural, like holding the hilt of a sword.
Remember those vertical arcade titles? Those games where the iron birds fly upward. The vertical mode on a mini tablet is a revelation. It fills the entire field of vision. It's the closest a man can get to having a full arcade cabinet in his lap while sitting on a public bench. Are you a horizontal warrior or a vertical scholar? Which orientation do you find most comfortable for long conquests? Let us know below.
Aye, Let's talk about the silver.
It is the golden mean of the philosophers.
Why should a man pay a king's ransom when he has a family to feed? Shall we move to the coin counting? A fool and his silver are soon parted. Most people, the real people out there, don't play games for a living, Caesar. They aren't these streamers or pro athletes living in palaces of neon lights. They are farmers, blacksmiths, and traders.
But, Ragnar, we must address the most important question for the common man. Why does such a magnificent tool need to be so affordable?
Aye, if I spend all my silver coins on a fancy glass slab, I have nothing left to buy mead or grain for the winter. Most people just want a device that works without having to sell a kidney or a goat to afford it.
Let us speak of the treasury, Ragnar. I see many elite warriors carrying devices that cost small vineyard in Tuscany. They flex their gold-plated gadgets as if the price tag makes them better players. Why should a man be forced to choose between a high-quality gaming experience and his monthly tribute to the landlord? Gaming should be a joy, not a financial burden. For many, a budget isn't a suggestion. It is a hard reality of survival. That is the genius of the Advant V8. It recognizes that the concern for budget is the most common struggle in the world.
What's the most important budget feature for you? Is it the raw power of the chip or the ability to expand the storage?
Ragnar, have you noticed something strange in the marketplace? The value of this Indonesian treasure is rising. Usually, technology rots like fruit in the sun, losing its worth the moment it leaves the shop. But now, because the masses have realized its true power, and because this mini form factor is so rare and sought after, the price in the online market has climbed to $132 or more. It is a rare sight, a budget device that the public refuses to let go of. It proves our point, barbarian. The public is not foolish.
Aye, the merchants rubbing their hands together. When it first launched, a man could acquire a V8 for a mere $125, a pittance for such a weapon. And even the used ones from previous owners are still fetching $90 to $100. People are hunting for them like they're searching for lost Viking gold.
It has become a modern legend.
It is settled then. It is small. It is powerful. It is connected, and it sings with the voice of thunder. All for a price that wouldn't even buy a decent helmet in my village. This Indonesian Advant V8 is a true king's secret for the common man.
Have you ever owned a phone, tablet, or a handheld that actually gained value or held its price because everyone wanted it? Tell us about your legendary loot in the comments.
Before we go, if you want to join our clan and see more of these treasures, you must perform the ritual of the thumb. Click the bell, or I'll send a raiding party to your inbox. Long live the mini tablet.
And long live the smart spenders. See you again on other frugal gaming topics on this Old Timer Geeks channel.